Greetings, my beautiful kings and queens, of you stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sis Kathy Vet coming to you with another Country Wayne skit from these Country Wayne streets. Let's get into it. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Monday, beautiful people. How are we doing today? Are we well? I hope so. I hope so. Had a long 4th of July weekend. I hope you had a beautiful time. We are off back to work. Yeah, back on the grind. I don't know if some of you still on vacation or maybe have an extra day off. This is my work from home day. It's raining all day and thunderstorms here in Jersey, probably most of the Northeast. But yeah, so it's be relaxing. I love to be home relaxing when it's rainy weather. So yes, it's that kind of day, and it's cooler. So that's a blessing as well. Family, we gonna get in here. We haven't been diving into our Bethany and Larry storyline in a little minute. There's been so much going on with that crazy Dalton household, so it's a lot of that been covered. But I said, get a little breather. Come back over here. With the Williams Newburgers now. There, I saw the 4th of July skit. That was pretty fun with them doing 4th of July fireworks in the street and Bethany and Destiny and stuff, and they were chasing each other doing the different fireworks. That was cute, lighthearted, a fun and lighthearted I could get with, and that was a change from Bethany, seeing a little laughter. So that was nice. And then there had been videos with the apartment children over there with but they're not really children, but yeah, they still children. Isaiah's crew over there, Cam and them, the crazy twins. They mom, they try to take Cam car and all that stuff. I saw that. Um and then there was a skit where um Shara, Lord, Shara. I'm not really cool with that. I know how we feel about Bethany, but in this matter, in this case, Bethany felt some kind of way with the situation. Her and Larry had a conversation about Shara and still paying her rent for 3 months, which I think is crazy. I don't think Shara needs that money. I don't care what she's doing for um, her daughter for college. That's no excuse. She not staying there no more, Brooke. You bought a new car. You should be in a good place, but she's taking advantage of Larry. Point blank. Period. And there's no need for it. But Larry can't seem to say no to Shara. Um, I think he still has feelings for her because I always told y'all that the day got him and Bethany got married on a rebound for the wrong reasons. She was going through trauma with JT. That was a very tumultuous relationship. She was in a lot of pain. Larry was a breath of fresh air for her. When she got out of the situation, she even had a conversation once in a recent skit with Charlotte, telling her that it was a bad situation because Charlotte don't like Larry. Larry kicked her out. There was some skits with that, arguing with her, with the cousin. I'm like, yeah, I told y'all she was just like Bethany. And Bethany said, even though her and Larry got problems and he talked to her the way he did, it wasn't always like that, basically, the past year. And JT, she's saying, was much worse. So she had that. Larry had Shara. Shara cheated, but I don't think the love totally went away. That's why it's hard for him to say no. And I think it's an excuse for him to go over there even after Brooke is gone. I told y'all I think he's gonna be creeping over there. Will they cross the line? Possibly. He paying half that rent, and that might be a reason why they have that door open. And how there's not she not gonna give too much fuss over it because I'm paying half the rent over here. Brooke ain't even over here, so he might think it's cool, kick up his feet, watch some TV, and hang out over there. So they was dealing with that. How y'all feel about that? Let me know about Shara and the rent situation. Now Brooke and Isaiah, he decided he may not go to college, and just Brooke, a Brooke funky attitude. Brooke is very controlling. She's a lot like Bethany. Bethany has rubbed off on her through the years. Um, and she's starting to be very controlling, talking about his life. He has to do what's best for him. I never thought that Isaiah should have went out there and followed her, not for community college. I don't think it was a good thing. Her family is out there through Larry's side, but his is not. That's not his family. to go out there and try to follow her. I think she's clinging on to him because they did have sex. It's different for her. She thinks now she owns him and he'll be a part of her life forever. That high school love thing, 9 times out of 10, don't last. I think she need to go and focus on college and not worry about Isaiah. Let him live his life. If they come back together in the future, fine. But focus on her schooling and not Isaiah. So I'm personally glad he not going out there and changed his mind. She was trying to get his mother involved. I think you should tell your mother. I think you should do this, that, and the other. She is doing too much. She is doing too much. Brooke's attitude has been funky for a minute towards Larry, Bethany, even with Shara. She's just off the chain. It's time for her to go to school, go to college, have a rude awakening, being an independent woman because Brooke has a lot of growing up to do. She thinks she's grown than what she is, but she likes to act like a baby in one respect and then want to be grown in another. Um, yeah, and she's becoming a bit much. But anyway, that's summation of a few of the skits that have gone on, including the HOA president with his crazy self. I did agree with him. Pick up your stuff and put it in the garbage once you're done. Don't leave it out there looking a mess after your fireworks. I mean, HOA guy was pretty. He was reasonable. Just got out of church, he said. So I guess he feeling the spirit of the Lord. He wasn't as crazy as he could have been. Leaving that trash out there when the other neighbors picked up theirs. Larry, you was wrong with that. I agree with HOA at that point. So, okay, so now, well, Bethany asked Brooke if she's sad about Isaiah not going to college. So, we're gonna see how this conversation goes. I wanted to review this and a couple of discussions after, on this situation because mind you, no one ever knew about Brooke and Isaiah. They going off the college or what have you, living their lives. This pregnancy scare, none of that ever came up. Some things to me that have no closure. That was one that Shara never found out about her daughter, her and Larry, and what happened, and so she could be able to have that talk with her. That fell through. Other storylines kind of like falling to the wayside without any closure. Um, which I really don't like. But anyway, okay, let's see what this conversation is like.
We need to DoorDash. I'm hungry. We need to DoorDash and eat lunch. Yeah. I'm glad y'all went outside. It is so hot out there.
Yeah, it's hot. I'm not going out.
Well, I'm turning into a lobster if I out there. But hey, listen. Your dad told me what Isaiah told you about not going off to school, and
Okay, that was fast.
well,
He told you what?
that
He told you
he's not
what?
going off to Louisiana.
Wait, that's not your business.
That's what I'm saying. It is because it affects you, and when something affects you, it affects us.
How does it affect y'all?
Because we're worried about you.
They ain't got nothing to do with you.
It
Or
does.
him.
It does.
I ain't gonna tell
because
that man
Yup,
nothing
see
ever.
how
I never
rude she
really cared
is?
for Isaiah in the beginning, and you know that.
Right.
And so now it makes me think that he got with you and had ulterior motives from the get-go, that maybe he wanted to get in your britches or something like that.
Wanted to get in the
has
britches,
he?
girl.
Huh?
He ain't got in the britches, Bethany.
I'm sorry, what you say?
You're talking about getting your britches.
Girl.
Did he,
So you take from him not going to college all the way to sex. You need help.
No, I don't need help. I need to
And so
got a
does your
point.
husband, because I asked him not to talk to nobody about this conversation, and he did it anyways, right?
I don't know.
It's just like when it comes to his secrets, do you say anything?
No.
Do I say anything?
don't say nothing
Right.
about it.
See, the way she talks about her dad, the way she talked to them, is out of pocket, and it's so disrespectful. There's a concern that she's saying about, Bethany taking a little too far from him not wanting to go to school, thinking he wanted an ulterior motive. The boy changed his mind for valid reasons. I don't know if he really wanted to go there anyway, or was just pressure from Brooke. That's what you need to be thinking about, outside of he don't want to go because of sex. Bethany wants to think the worst, but a lot of times we have a women's intuition as well, and it's not saying that there may be some validity to that, and she's not wrong. um Isaiah, does he still want to be in a relationship with Brooke? Possibly, but then again, it may be like, let me move on, because they already did that. Probably haven't done it in a while since the scare, but they have. So I never really saw Isaiah for her. I don't think he was mature enough. I don't think that, you know, he was just as solid enough a guy for Brooke, because Brooke will run over you. She'll be like Bethany, and she will run over you and control him. And I don't know how much long that would last anyway. But yeah, Bethany, they have done something.
It's just not even a secret. I just told him not to speak. So for you to relate that to sex, which has nothing to do with sex,
No, it
is
does,
crazy.
baby.
You need help.
No, I don't need help.
You need help.
I think the whole point
Bethany do need help, though.
is that young boys want things.
Right, and that
And-
has nothing to do with him not going to college. That is Isaiah's life path. That has something to do with Isaiah. You should come here and be like, dang, like, I feel bad if like he's trying to throw his life away. Not,
Well,
did y'all
I'm-
have
I'm
sex?
sad.
Like,
He ain't
No,
throwing
it's
his
happened.
life
I'm
away
sad
because he
that
ain't
he's not
following
going
you.
out to school and being able to watch after you, but that still makes me think that he wanted to do something with you, and maybe he already has. And I mean, and if he has, then he's made his decision that he don't want to be with you afterwards,
If
and
he
that's
has,
a
it's
problem.
my life. If he haven't, it's my life. Like, it's my business. I'm not like, I'm not, that's why I don't tell y'all nothing. Because y'all take it from A to Z. Like, it's not your place to be
your
asking.
health, your heart, everything.
This is not about my safety. I'm still going to college. I'm fine. My health, my heart, I'm fine. I'm up. I'm eating. I'm talking. I'm laughing. This has nothing to do with you. And next time I know not to involve Dad because he's being messy. I need to start being messy when it comes to his situations. Because for you to come to me and accuse me of something like I
It's
didn't
not
do
an
anything,
accusation. It was
assumption.
okay, and it's assumption on his part, not yours.
Right, but you asking me.
I am because you're an adult now, and
Right,
you're,
and
but
I'm
you're
telling you
still
that's
in
not your place.
Do you think that that should have been a conversation between her and her dad, and Larry not saying nothing to Bethany? Or as his wife, it was okay for him to come to her with this discussion, but Bethany should have just kept that to herself? Larry didn't say don't say anything to her, but you know Bethany don't listen to nobody. But do you think that Brooke is right, and this makes it hard to tell because she should have Larry should have kept that private between him and his daughter. I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, he don't want to go to school. That's Isaiah's business. The focus is on her. The big issue is if she didn't want to go to college, but she is. They're not changing anything with Brooke. I think, you know, Bethany just goes above and beyond with a lot of things she says. She crosses the line and takes it too far. I mean, the sex thing already happened. Fine, they don't find out about it. Okay, so be it. But it's 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 her pushing it to the limit, from him not going to school to him just wanting to have sex with you. I think that was a bit much. Where did that come from?
So you don't want me to care about you?
No.
You don't want me to worry about anything
No.
that deals with you?
No, because it's not your place. You're referring.
No
it
need to
from
worry. You got to pray and
no.
leave it in God's hands at this point. She's going away from y'all.
It's pretty sad that you don't want me to care about
Yeah, because
anything to do with
this
you.
has nothing to do with you. Like I don't even feel comfortable with you asking me that question. Like that don't even relate to
Well-
this college. Like that's the year you want to split around. Did you have sex? Like what are you talking about? Like girl, what?
Well, that non-answer right there gave me your answer.
Well, you don't know. That's not enough for me to think. Hearing that conversation about school would not lead me to sex. I don't know where Bethany got that, but I personally, if we had this conversation with Brooke, you know what? Did he give you a reason why he didn't want to go to school anymore? Is he still continuing to go to college here in Georgia? He just doesn't want to go to Louisiana. Like, we would have had that conversation, but it wouldn't have lead me to, oh, well, he don't want to go now because he did he get in your drawers and he get in your britches, and that now he don't want to go out there because he done got what he wanted. That ship had sailed a long time ago, Bethany, long before they did the college thing. So he could have not wanted to go to college from the beginning. But you're trying to take it somewhere else, and I understand Brooke's frustration, because how do we get from A all the way to Z? Because the two don't even line up. It don't even add up. I don't even know how we got to that. But let me know, would y'all have thought the same thing as Bethany, or you think Bethany just went too far with that? Even though it did happen, she don't know that, and I don't know how she made the correlation. But let me know what y'all think about that. Yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's crazy. All right, peace, and we out.